Is it time for The Legend of Zelda to take a new direction?
Let's go! We're talking about steampunk, sci-fi,
Futuristic.
Afro-futuristic. That is a term. That's like literally a term. That's what the thing of Black Panther was. It's like futuristic with swords and stuff still.
In Africa.
No.
That's what Afro means. It means African.
Okay. Do you think
I was like, what are you talking about?
Afro-futuristic.
Yeah, we gotta look this up.
Afro-futuristic. I'm sure I spelled it perfectly.
I think you did.
Afrofuturism is a cultural aesthetic philosophy of science and philosophy of history that explores the developing intersection of African American culture with technology.
Yes.
Oh, whatever. So do you think Link should be African too?
Possibly. Who knows? New direction.
Well, that's something to consider too. It's not like just which time should Link, the hero, be born.
What cultures should you see? I think we saw a little bit of that with Skyward Sword. We saw the exploration of different cultures, which I liked.
Yeah.
But futuristic Link would be pretty cool. Having Link with a beam katana, riding a motorcycle.
Yeah.
We talked a little bit about this very early on in the show. I think we were talking about the Legend of Zelda Netflix show at the time.
Okay.
Is that still a thing?
Not really.
Was that ever a thing?
Yeah.
Okay. That gives me comfort that I remember certain things properly.
Good job.
So, what would this be like if we put Legend of Zelda in the future? Why should we do that, and what would it be like?
Well, I think we should do it because Legend of Zelda series is 30 years old. I've been reading Hyrule Historia and going through the timeline, and I am so sick of it. I just want to get 20 pages further so I can get into the concept artwork and start enjoying that, because the timeline is literally like Link was born, Ganon was bad, Link killed Ganon. It's just the same thing over and over and over and over and over again. And I think the developers and the directors are sick of it too, and that's why Breath of the Wild was all about breaking the conventions. And I think the next convention that needs to be broken is the kind of setting that Link appears in. So I'd like to see it kind of like Doctor Who. And I wouldn't have gotten this reference a month ago, so I will explain for those of you who have not seen the series. But it's basically a time-traveling show. So they can have one episode that's in the past, one episode that's in the future. And also, the main character, like Link, is reincarnated. So he can come back looking different. He can come back as a man or a woman, right, Timon? So we haven't had a black doctor yet.
Not yet.
And we haven't had a black Link yet. Or an Asian Link, or anything else like that. I think it would be really cool, because this is the one franchise that Nintendo has that is uniquely set up to vary like this because of the storyline, because the characters are reborn thousands of years apart from each other. So I would love to see some big differences, and I think it would get Nintendo a lot of attention. I think Link is black would get people talking about it, just like when Miles Morales became Spider-Man, stuff like that.
Yeah, and I agree. And I don't think it necessarily has to be like a change the franchise to where it's just futuristic. But every single Legend of Zelda game, even with its wonderful differences, has been similarly themed. I mean, I guess you're going to have to do that. I mean, Metroid is futuristic. You know, if you did... caveman or cavewoman Samus, Metroid, I mean, I guess that could work, but people would be like, what's going on? But if you just even have one game where Link is different and the setting is different, I think that could be great.
And it doesn't necessarily have to be the next Breath of the Wild. No. It could be a 2D game, couldn't it? Could be like a Link Between Worlds styled game. Just
something different.
Yeah.
We haven't had really like city environments. Right. We've had like little townships and people sparsely scattered here and there, but we've never had what is Link going to be like in a city, whether that's a castle town, but I mean they didn't really have cities back then.
Right.
I think it would be cool to see it like densely populated. I think that Link could fit into something like this, and I would like to even see we had the Hyrule pad or whatever the frick that thing's called.
What?
The
Sheikah Slate.
The Sheikah Slate, yeah, you know what I'm talking about. I could see this going even in like a Watch Dogs or Watch _ Dogs direction, where he's able to use the technology for himself. Now, I don't want it to just like turn into every other game that we've seen.
Well, tell me more, because I'm not a heathen and I didn't play Watch Dogs.
Now, I haven't either, but basically the premise is you are a hacker, probably working for some resistance things. I haven't played it, but I've seen a lot of gameplay where you're able to hack into the technology of the city using your phone.
Right.
So let's say you get in trouble and there's a bunch of guys trying to shoot you. But you take out your phone and you turn off all the lights around you, and you're able to slink away and hack into people's computers and whatnot.
Yeah, we got a suggestion from a live viewer, Crazy K. Can you read that? I've got a microphone.
Yes. They could do a prequel to Breath of the Wild that took place 10,000 years ago when the Sheikah culture was so advanced. And this is so true,
right,
that with Legend of Zelda, the farther back you go, the more advanced the technology goes.
Yeah.
I think that's an interesting concept with possible grounds in reality, but we're not here to put on our tinfoil hats yet, guys. But I like that idea. You know, the further back in the timeline than we've even seen. Maybe even not have Ganon.
Yeah.
But I mean, I don't know.
You'd probably have to have Ganon.
There have been multiple Legend of Zelda games without Ganon, though.
I know, but I'll tell you a secret. If you read Hyrule Historia, which I just happen to be reading right now, which is timely for this episode, it says, like, Aghanim was an offshoot of Ganon.
Really?
Yeah, whoever that was
an
Link
to the Past
of Ganon. Yes,
Link to the Past.
I'm like, what's an offshoot?
Well, Ganon was in that though, but I mean, we have like
Demise and Girahim.
Demise is Ganon. Spoiler alert for a game that's probably 10 years old now almost.
Yeah.
Four Swords games just had Vati, and
offshoot of Ganon.
He's not. Mind blown. And I guess I was gonna say the Game Boy game, I can't think of it. Link's Awakening.
Yeah.
Also has Ganonic influence.
Ganonic. And I don't know what an offshoot is. It's like Ganondorf clipped his toenail and then that sprouted a man.
I don't know. Well, okay. Majora's Mask.
Mm-hmm.
No Ganon.
Yeah. I haven't
The one game.
I haven't played it. It was Link he was just fighting the moon, right?
Majora.
You're not preventing Ganon from spawning or anything like that.
No, but Link might be dead.
Right. So, yeah, I think the series could use a change of pace. Even when I think of Breath of the Wild with all the ancient technology that it used, that still strikes me as like a medieval game.
Yeah.
But if it was set in a city, like you're saying, with skyscrapers and like humans that we can relate to better, that they're in danger, I think it would just raise the stakes.
Mm-hmm.
And it's like, yes, the hero was reincarnated at this time to stop some kind of evil, because that's what The Legend of Zelda does. So I would be all for it.
And I have faith that Nintendo could do it properly too, because they obviously care enough to protect their IPs.
Right.
And Mario's gone to all these different time periods. Why can't Link do something different? It's perfectly set up for it.
Why can't Link go to New Donk City?
Yeah. Yeah, why can't he?
Do you want that?
No, not New Donk City.
Oh, man. Do you think Super Mario Odyssey should get Hyrule Kingdom DLC?
That would be awesome.
Okay.
I think that would work.
So you think it can go that way, but not that way?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think so. I mean, Link in Mario Kart makes sense, but yeah.
Awesome. Well, thanks for watching, guys. Thanks for being a part of the crew.
Don't forget to like this video. It really helps us out so much. 'Cause we like you guys.
We'll be right back.
Signing out.